Thank you guys. Thank you for your time. This is Jason from Yeastar Training Team. For today's webinar, like Angela said, I'm gonna give you guys an introduction about our new firmware. So this is a new update on your Yeastar PBX, and we actually got some new features. And let's just have a check. All right. So let's jump in. Now, at the very beginning, I prefer to give you a brief introduction about this new firmware, and then we can start talking about the new features, okay? So first thing I want you guys to know, it's not about features. So the first thing, the very important thing is, if you guys have our system, whether it's on-premise solution, I mean the on-premise PBX, or our Cloud PBX, or the big system, the K2. Anyway, the first thing you're going to do is just to upgrade your system directly, okay? So it is very important for you guys to do it because for this time, we got this new update. Actually, it's very important for the security. Previously for the old version, we actually had some bugs. So this time, we just fixed those important bugs to give you guys a better security mechanism. So that's very important, okay? So don't forget to upgrade your system. And then about this time, we're going to have the new firmware on all of our platforms. So we're going to have the new firmware on our, wait a second, guys. I think currently you guys have this pop-out, which is the survey, right? You can see this, right? Let me just see if we can turn it off. Okay, all right, now let's keep going. Okay, so like I said, for this time, we got this new firmware. It is going to be available on all of our Yeastar platforms. It's not just for the S Series PBX or Cloud PBX. Actually, we're going to have the new firmware for the S Series PBX, the K2 system, and our Cloud PBX. So you will have the new firmware on your S Series PBX, which is version 30.13.0.15. And on your K2 system, you're going to have the version 80.13.0.15. On the Cloud PBX, you guys will have the new firmware, which is 81.13.0.15. Okay, so this is a brief introduction about it. And as for the new features we're going to have on the new firmware, we're going to support four major features. Let's have a check here. The first feature we can support here for the new firmware, we're going to have Zoho integration. Now, probably you guys may want to ask, what's the difference between this time, the new update, and the previous Zoho integration? Previously, I think we had a webinar before. We were talking about the Zoho integration solution. Well, the difference is previously that's our Zoho integration beta version. So this time, this is going to be the official version. We do have some difference between the previous one and this one, okay? So it's much easier, much simpler for your configuration. I'm going to talk about more details later. Anyway, the first feature we're going to have here is Zoho integration. It's going to be available on your S50, S100, S300, and Cloud PBX. So I'm pretty sure you guys must have figured that it's not going to be a solution for the entry-level system like S20 and S412. So it's not available for the entry-level system. That's the difference. Okay, so keep that in your mind. And the second feature, the second feature we're going to have this time is going to be context feature. Well, actually, we got lots of customer, feedback, the requirement from the end user side. They were asking about the contact solution before, so we do collect some information, some requirements from them, and this time we're gonna have this new context feature. So it's also gonna be available on your S50, S50, S100, S300, K2 system plus our Cloud PBX. So still, like I said, it's not going to be a solution for the entry-level platform, okay? And the third feature we're going to support here is the SNMP. It's not a big deal because it's not very popular for everyone. It depends. I guess SNMP can be a pretty good solution, can be a very good solution for some IT managers, IT specialists, for some project. If you have a project for like governments, university, anyway. So people in those kind of the scenario for that kind of user scenario, they probably prefer to have a SNMP solution. They prefer to put the telephony system on their unified management platform for the maintenance. So that's exactly what they want. Now this time, like I said, it's not very popular for everyone. So it depends. Usually it's going to be a pretty good solution for some big project. So this time we just make it be available on the S100, S300, and the big system, which is K2. Okay. And the last one we're going to have here is going to be Gigset Pro N670 and N870. It's actually the cordless solution, the cordless phone solution. So Gigset, they have these two models. Is totally the cordless solution for micro business users or small business users. Anyway, so this time for these two models, we can support the auto provisioning. I mean, our auto provisioning can support these two models. I'm sorry. So basically, it's pretty easy. When you try to use this new feature, you can simply just take the base, those two cordless phones, take the base, use the auto provisioning feature. You're just ready to go. That's it. Okay. Anyway, this is just a brief introduction about this new, these new features. Let's have a quick look, one by one. Let's have a, talk about more details. Okay. So the first feature I'm going to talk about here will be the Zoho integration. At the very beginning, just don't forget this is not going to be a feature for all of our platforms. It's just a feature for S50, S100, S300, and Cloud PBX, not for entry level. Okay. And by the way, the Zoho integration solution, it's a built-in application, which basically means once you guys upgrade your system, and you will be able to have this Zoho integration application on your PBX. It's a built-in application, and we don't charge you license. So no need for license, it's free. Okay. That's pretty user-friendly for our customers. They can simply just upgrade the system, get this new feature, make it work. And by the way, talking about the integration, from Zoho side, they have lots of solutions. They have CRM systems, Zoho DaaS, Zoho Recruit, Zoho Mail. Anyway, lots of solutions. So for our integration, we can actually use this application to, support the integration with Zoho CRM, Zoho DaaS, Zoho Recruit, and Zoho Mail. By the way, if we're going to use Zoho One, they have a bundle service, which is called Zoho One. The Zoho One can also be supported with this integration. Okay, this is totally the official cooperation between Yeastar and Zoho. Here's the tips, guys. If you're gonna figure out the integration on your PBX, okay, if we're gonna figure this configuration on your hardware PBX, I mean like the S Series PBX, so you're gonna need to take one more step before you start the configuration for the integration. Now this step is the port forwarding, because as we know, the Yeastar system, if you choose the S Series PBX, that's an on-premise solution. That's totally hardware based. You're gonna deploy this system in your local network. And for Zoho service, are completely, I mean, all of these Zoho services are completely cloud-based. They call it, I guess, is a software as a service. Yeah, they call it software as a service. So it's completely cloud-based. Now we try to figure out the integration between your, local server and the cloud-based services. You absolutely need to make your PBX being accessible for the Zoho side, right? So that's the difference between the cloud PBX and the hardware-based solution. Just keep that in your mind. When you try to use this Zoho integration solution on your on-premise system, don't forget to make port forwarding. And by the way, about this port forwarding, I will talk about more details just a little bit later. Okay, let's keep going. But like I said, if we're gonna use the integration, you're trying to make it work on your Cloud PBX, it doesn't matter. You can just make it work directly because both of your Cloud PBX and your Zoho services, they're completely cloud-based. They both are cloud-based, so you can just make the integration work directly. Simply just open this application on your PBX, click on it, and start the configuration directly. Pretty easy. Like I said, guys, let's check this out. I got a screenshot on my, I guess this is my S300. I got a screenshot before. So once you guys get the new update on your system, you will have the Zoho integration on your PBX automatically. It looks like this, okay? Zoho integration. So it's a built-in application. You can just use it directly. We don't charge you a license, like I mentioned before. And about the port forwarding, let's check this out. So the port forwarding on your on-premise PBX, it's not any port you prefer. Actually, we give you guys 4 options. Okay, you simply just open this application on your PBX. Then you will see here, protocol and external port. Click on that. We got 4 options. You can choose HTTP port 80, HTTPS port 443, HTTP port 8040, and the last one, HTTPS port 8040. So just pick any of them. Just map it on your router. That's it. So pretty easy. Not a big deal. Here's another important thing. I guess you guys need to be careful. If you choose HTTP, you can just make the port forwarding directly, then you start the integration, make it work directly. That's it, pretty simple. But if you choose HTTPS, be careful, all right? If you choose HTTPS, don't forget to get the certificate. Well, actually, it's not for free. You're gonna need to buy the certificate, okay? That's very necessary because for Zoho side, when you try to use the HTTPS protocol for this integration, they're gonna require for this certificate. If you don't have certificate on your PBX, uh, it can't be authorized for the integration. Okay, so the configuration, we can simply get the certificate, then go to the security center on your PBX. You got 2 steps. Step 1, upload the certificate. Step 2, select the certificate. That's it. So this configuration, I think you guys can just check on this screenshot. It's pretty easy, very simple. And after that, you basically just finish the configuration on your PBX. So you're gonna turn to the Zoho side, right? Now on your Zoho configuration, on the Zoho side configuration, it's very, very easy, guys, because this is a feature cooperation, like I said. So you simply just access your Zoho account, log in, go to the marketplace, find telephony, and you will see there's a list. Actually, lots of providers' name are on the list. So you can find Yeastar is one of them. So select the Yeastar and you will see there's a green button. Click on this button. The integration has been enabled automatically. That's it. Okay. Now, once we figure out the integration, so we're going to have 3 major features, which is going to be available for our customers to have this unified communication solution. Let's have a check. The first feature they're going to have here is going to be click to call feature. So, Zoho, they do have click to call feature. Now we just figure out the connection between telephony system and your CRM. So when you try to call your contact, let's see one of your contacts, like this, Henry Smith. If you want to call him, you simply just click on the call button, send this call out directly. So, we just finished the integration. So our system basically gonna just use our Linkus PC client, send this call out directly. That's pretty easy, very convenient. And the second feature we're gonna have here will be incoming call pop-up. Not a big deal. It's a basic feature. So now, if there's an incoming call from from one of your contacts, who's trying to call you right now, and you will have this pop-up. So your CRM gonna give you this pop-up. And the third feature we can support will be call journal synchronization. So not a big deal. All of your call journals will be completely synchronized on your CRM. So next time, when you try to figure out the details, the call details between you and your customers, you can simply just check on your CRM. Okay, and let's keep going. So previously, I just said this new feature is completely free from Yeastar side. It's pretty user friendly. Now, customers, they probably just want to know another. They probably want to know another. They probably want to ask another question. How about the Zoho side? How about the price? How do they charge us? Well, actually, Zoho, they provide us no, I'm sorry, totally 5 different versions. They have starter version, standard version, professional version, enterprise version, and ultimate version. So they totally have 5 different versions. Not for free. It's not for free. But anyway, a good thing here is we can support all these 5 versions for the integration. So that's pretty good. All right. And another good thing we have here is Zoho, they actually provide us, a 15-day free trial. So that's very user friendly for our customers, especially for some new customers. I mean, this is kind of like our business opportunity. When we try to introduce this comprehensive business collaboration solution to our customers, it's very easy for us to introduce the solution to them because they simply get our PBX, they get the Zoho free trial, they can just have it tested directly. That's very good. And besides that, like I said, this is going to be a business opportunity. Zoho is actually very popular. I guess Zoho is currently top 3 CRMs in the world, right, for SMB users. So top 1 is Salesforce, top 2 is Dynamics 365, and the third one is going to be Zoho. It's a quite popular solution. Now, it actually means there's a huge market base, for Zoho customers. Lots of customers, did you choose Zoho as their solution? So our opportunity is if we have a customer who's using Zoho solution currently, and definitely he will need a telephony solution, right? So we can just introduce him. Why don't you try Yeastar system? This integration is pretty easy. It's totally official cooperation. You simply click on it, click on the mouse, you're just ready to go, and we don't charge you license. So it's kind of like our business opportunity here. All right. So that was all about the Zoho integration solution. Now, if you guys have any questions, just don't forget to let me know through the chat and panel, and I will just keep going. All right. So the next feature I'm going to talk about here will be the new contact feature. Previously on our Yeastar PBX, we do not have any contact solution. Well, I'm sorry, we do have a contact solution, which is called LDAP server. But LDAP server is it's kind of like an entry-level contact solution. It's actually not the real contact solution. But anyway, that was what we had before. So lots of customers talking about the telephony solution, business collaboration, they do want to have a real contact solution. So now we're going to have this new feature available on your S50, S100, S300, K2, and Cloud PBX. And by the way, guys, this new feature is also a built-in feature, okay? It's just a built-in feature. You get the new update, you get the feature, all right? And we don't charge you a license. So it's still, no license charge, very user-friendly. And by the way, like I said, this feature is not going to be a solution for entry-level system. So you're not going to have this feature on your S20 and S412. S20 and S412 are mainly focused on the micro business users. So, micro business users, I don't think they will really need a Zoho solution or contact solution. But for the medium-sized enterprise users, they probably want to have a more advanced solution for business collaboration. So we put it on S50. Okay. All right. Now talking about this context feature, and as you guys can see on my previous page, I call this is a Yeastar native context management. So let me just explain to you guys what is Yeastar native context management and who will be the targets for this new feature. Have a check here. So about the targets, I guess we have 3 major types of targets. The first one will be mobile workers. That's easy to understand. Currently Yeastar solution, especially our Linkus UC application, is very popular. Everybody get a smartphone, everybody get a laptop, get a computer, and people, they prefer to have a more and more advanced solution for their business collaboration. So absolutely, it's a better choice to have Linkus on your mobile or computer. And for mobile workers, that's a very good solution, right? You can have your telephony solution in your pocket, on your computer, anywhere, anytime. That's what we call Linkus, right? So the good thing for them is currently we have the contacts feature, and the contacts feature can support the synchronization on your Linkus. No matter on your Linkus mobile client or PC client, that's very user friendly. Think about it. Now, if you got a business trip, you're out of the office, you want to control you want to manage your contacts, or you want to figure out who's calling you right now. This contacts feature is perfect solution, right? You can simply just check your mobile and you will figure out who is this, because we have caller ID match feature. And if you want to call your contact right now, you can simply just select one of your contacts, tap it, send the call directly. So it's very easy for you to manage everything, to have this collaboration solution. And the second type of our targets, I guess, will be the previous LDAP users. Now, previously we do have a solution. We had a solution for contacts, which is LDAP server. On the Yeastar PBX, we have LDAP server. But honestly, guys, honestly, LDAP server is not a perfect solution because LDAP server is not so user friendly, especially for end users. If they're trying to use LDAP server feature, I don't think they can figure this out, especially for the configuration. It will be a little bit complex, not so user friendly. And besides, there's only one way for you to access your phone book when you try to use LDAP server, which is by IP phone. You can only use your IP phone to check your contacts. That's it. That's it. It's not so user friendly. But now for LDAP users, we give them a better choice. I mean, why don't you try the new contacts feature? It is a free feature. We don't charge you a license. It's just a built-in feature, and we're gonna have a better user experience. That's it. So this is gonna be our second type of targets. And the third type, I think, will be SME users, the new customers, or you can call new customers. So new customers, I mean, if they're SMB users, they want to start their business, definitely they're going to need a telephony solution, but they're new business users, right? So they know nothing about telephony, they know nothing about business collaboration. So now it's our business opportunity. We can just introduce them Yeastar solution. We can provide them a telephony, IP-based telephony system, and this IP-based telephony system can provide them mobility, so they can have Linkus anywhere, anytime. Besides that, we support Zoho CRM integration. We support Salesforce, Dynamics with your Linkus PC client. That was completely about the business collaboration. And now you can also have the contacts feature. So, which basically means for new customers, we can just use our new features, use our highlight features, especially highlight features on our PBX to capture those new customers. That's why I said this is kind of like our new business opportunity. Okay. All right. Anyway, that was brief introduction about this new feature, and let's have a quick look on the capacity of this contacts feature. Well, like I said, we call this as a Yeastar native context feature. So it's a little bit different between our solution and the some other contact solution. Because the capacity is different. On the S Series PBX, so we still prefer to provide our customer a better user experience on the stable system. So for the context feature, we don't make it be a very big context management solution. So you guys can see the capacity is not so big. All right. So on your S50, we're gonna have 500 company contacts and a 300 personal contacts per user. And talking about company contacts and personal contacts, they do have a difference. The difference is company contacts is created by the super administrator, and it will be the contacts for all of my company users. So all of my internal users, I can change the privilege for them give them the user privilege to manage the company contacts, to check the company contacts. Anyway, it's just the contacts for everyone, for the whole company. But the personal contacts is different. Personal contacts is totally managed by personal users, so it's out of my business. It's totally out of super administrator's business. I cannot control it. It's just your every single personal user's business. So if you want to create a personal contacts, that's your business. You can do it by yourself. Okay. For S100, we can support 1,000 company contacts. Personal contacts will be the same thing, 300 per user. S300, we can support 3,000 company contacts, still 300 personal contacts per user. For K2 system, we're gonna have more contacts. So company contacts, we can support 20,000 company contacts. Personal contacts, nothing changed. And for Cloud PBX, it's a little bit special. Our Yeastar Cloud PBX, our Cloud PBX mechanism is based on multi-instance. So which basically means the capacity of each one of our Cloud PBX is very flexible. You can create a Cloud PBX with 10 users. You can create another one with 50 users. It's very flexible. But anyway, It doesn't matter what capacity you have on each Cloud PBX. The contacts feature, you're gonna just have 1,000 company contacts for each one of your Cloud PBX. And personal contacts will be the same thing, 300 per user. All right. Here's a screenshot about this context feature. Let's have a quick look here. Now, the context feature, we can support something like it's pretty easy for your management to create, to delete, whatever you want to do. And it supports the synchronization with your Linkus. So you can totally have the synchronization on your Linkus directly to check your company contacts. That's it. And also, we can change the user privilege to manage the company contacts or to view the company contacts only. Besides that, we can also support import and export contacts. So if you have some contacts already, you want to import it on your PBX directly, just go ahead. And talking about the privilege, let's have a check here. So if you want to change the user privilege, you can simply add a, add a rule here. You can set the privilege as view company contacts. Now, which basically means extension 2001 Ina, I guess. So she will only be able to check the company contacts. She cannot change anything about this company contacts. Or we can also set the privilege as managed company contacts. So the difference is like this. If you change the privilege as view company contacts, nothing else you can do for company contacts, just for checking. And if you change the privilege as managed company contacts, you can add a new contact, you can change, you can modify it. That's exactly what you can do. And by the way, guys, here, let me show you one thing here. Okay. By the way, guys, oops, sorry. Check on the company, I'm sorry, check on your Linkus mobile client. You will see here we have a suitcase. The suitcase means your company contacts. The person actually means your personal contacts. That's the difference. Okay. And on your Linkus mobile client, you can also create a contacts very easily. Okay, so you can simply log in your Linkus mobile client. You can see here is your contacts. So if you want to create a new contact, you can simply just click on add new contact directly. Okay, and for personal contacts, it's like I said, it's totally controlled by personal users. It's none of my business. It's totally out of the super administrator's business. And like I said here, this personal contacts, oops, sorry guys, the personal contacts is visible for every single user only. Okay, so that's the difference between company contacts and personal contacts. Okay, all right. Another feature we have here is going to be caller ID match. Not a big deal. Caller ID match basically means, you just added some contact information on your PBX. Then once you get a new incoming call, sent from one of your contacts, you would get this caller ID match. So it's a basic feature, not a big deal. But what really matters here, I think we can talk about this. We support exact match and fuzzy matching. So the difference is if you choose exact match, then in your contacts here, if you drop for example, my personal preference, I usually drop the country code here for contacts, management. But the point is, if this is going to be a domestic call, as we know, the service provider will not going to send the card ID with the country code. That's dumb. This is a domestic call, not necessary. So if you choose the exact match, it doesn't work. Okay, so now you can choose fuzzy matching. Man, it doesn't matter you put the country code here or not, because the system gonna follow this rule. Match the last of 5 digits, so it will still work. All right. Another feature actually it's not available currently, which is the synchronization on your desktop client. So for the PC client, this feature currently we don't support it. It will be supported next month, guys. Next month, April, we're gonna launch another new firmware, and we're gonna support some new features. So one of our new features in next month will be Linkus desktop client synchronization. And by the way, the CTI feature will also be supported on the next new firmware. Well, this is kind of like a information release anyway, but we're going to support it in the next month. Okay. So anyway, here I got a screenshot. This is actually a prototype I get from our product management. And anyway, you will have a check here. So the new feature on your Linkus desktop client, it will be look like this. So you can simply click on this one, new contact. So you can create a new contact here. All right. Anyway, here's our plan about the contacts feature. Let's have a check here. So currently we can support company contacts, personal contacts, synchronization with your Linkus mobile client, caller ID match, import and export. And next month we're going to support Linkus desktop client synchronization. And by the way, here I also mentioned the remote phone book. Now previously we were planning to have this feature on June, but actually plans changed. So I guess this feature will also be supported next month. So next month, I think you guys will have maybe A-Link. Yeah, A-Link and Fanville. These two brands of IP phones can support the remote phone book, the new feature. Okay, so this is about our plan on the contacts feature. And the next feature will be SNMP. Not a big deal. So let's just simplify this. SNMP feature will be available on S100, S300, and K2. The purpose, I guess the purpose we put it on this three models, like I said, it's going to be a popular solution for big projects, not for some entry-level system. So usually for those big projects, they probably, they have large capacity system and definitely they have lots of servers in their office, not just telephony system. So previously for IT managers, they are going to have management solution or maintenance solution will be a little bit complex, especially talking about telephony. If there's something wrong happen on the telephony system, they're going to need to check it, individually complex. So now we can support SNMP. Basically means we can just put our telephony systems be together with their other servers, on the same management platform, the unified platform. So they will be able to have, we call this is all-in-one management solution. Much easier for them to have the management solution, less maintenance, absolutely. And if there's something wrong happened, they will be able to get notified directly. Okay, now the last feature we have here is just the Gigaset Pro, two models. They support auto provisioning feature. Now, so this Gigaset Pro models are actually the cordless solution, cordless phones. So some micro business users, if they want to have the cordless solution with this, they can just use our auto provisioning for the configuration directly. Much easier, much convenient. Okay. All right, guys, that was all we have for today's webinar. And now I think I will have some other information I want to share with you guys. Currently, according to the current situation throughout the world, lots of end users, they choose to have they prefer to have this remote working or teleworking. Anyway, this is just the current situation. So for Yeastar as the manufacturer, we do have lots of solutions. We do have lots of value-added service. Anyway, so we believe this time as a manufacturer, it's also our responsibility to do something to support our customers, to support our partners. So this time, we just provide our support to the market, to our partners. And our support this time will be for our Linkus cloud service. We give our customers, we give our partners, the support is like a 90-day free subscription. So they will be able to use the Linkus cloud service directly for now. So that they could be able to have this remote working solution easily in their office. In their house, in their home, in their remote office. Okay. And secondly is, I guess some customers, especially some micro business users, probably didn't have a system before, the hardware system before. Now they're going to need a teleworking solution, but they don't have a system. They don't have on-premise solution. But it's okay. Now Yeastar, we also support them with our Cloud PBX. So the Cloud PBX, we also provide 90 days free for the support. So if they don't have on-premise system, they can just have our cloud-based solution for the remote working. And the last one we have here is the remote management. I guess it's also the support for our resellers, for our channel partners, because for everyone, we just need a remote working solution. So now, if you guys stay in your office, stay in your house for the remote working, you have some end users, they probably need maintenance for their on-premise system. You will need the remote management. So the remote management, we also provide our partners 50 free remote connections. Anyway, this is just our kind of like our responsibility. We should really do something to support our customers and our partners. Okay. Anyway, guys, so about the remote working solution or some other information, if you guys want to know more details, you guys can just contact Straight absolutely. And also, you guys can visit our website, yeastar.com. And also, for some video tutorials or some updates, you guys can also check our Yeastar YouTube channel or Straight YouTube channel. This is totally available. All right. So guess that was all we have for today's webinar, guys. Once again, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your participation. That was all we have for now.